Hello, and thank you for joining the tutorial for SP Tutors for Schools, how to book blocks and sessions on TReach. We will keep this simple, and it's quite intuitive, but there are some particular aspects we would like to share with you. Firstly, you need to have searched for and made initial contact with the tutor you wish to book. You will have already established the subject of the tuition sessions, the length of each session to fit into an overall 15-hour block, and the frequency of the sessions, for example, 30 minutes twice a week, or 1 hour once a week, or whatever it is that you and your tutor have agreed to meet the needs of the pupils. Secondly, you can book the amount of blocks that you indicated in your estimated requirements on the online registration form. This should match your TP pupil template that you will have already returned to us. If you find you need to add more blocks, please amend your pupil template and let us know, and we can reallocate blocks to you as long as we have capacity for this. So let's start. We begin on the home page where you can sign in with your email and password that you set at the application stage. As you can see, it has already signed me in because it's remembered I've been here before, and you have the option to search for tutors, which you will have already done, and the option to book blocks and sessions and view your current tutoring blocks. As you can see, there has already been a block booked in. If you haven't booked a block before, this will be empty, and you'll be able to begin your first tutoring block by clicking on the button to the top right here. On this page, you can also search for blocks that you have already booked in. You can search by tutor if you have a number of tutors working in your school, and you can search by subject and their status, so whether they are completed or abandoned, as in this one is, or incomplete and yet to be finished. To book a new block in, click on this button here. That will take you to the tutoring blocks and sessions booking page. Because you will have already made contact with your tutor and they will have accepted your inquiry, you will find the tutor in here to be able to select from. Once you've selected the tutor for this block, you can then go ahead and fill out all of the other requirements. If a tutor is able to offer send requirements, that will be listed here and you are able to tick those on and off. Key teacher details are the details of the teacher for whom you would like to receive an email with the feedback from each of the sessions. That might be the key contact in the school for the NTP programme, or it might be indeed the class teacher for this particular block. So we'll go ahead and put in the teacher and the teacher's email. Here as well, we can indicate the number of pupils. So that would be usually a 3-to-1 ratio for pupils to tutor. Under certain circumstances, you could have a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1 session. All we need to do now is to fill in the pupil data, the same as the data that you have on the TP template. Once you've filled in the data for the pupils, you can use this section here to leave some notes for the tutor that might be helpful in the interim before they set up their and plan their sessions with the pupils. Once you've done all that, you could either cancel and go back, or you can save the tutor block. As you can see, there are 3 errors in the form. Once those have been corrected, I can then save the tutor block and return to the screen. As you can see, I have an information message telling me that I have booked a tutoring block with the tutor Isabel Mackay Yao for Key Stage 1 English and Phonics. And you will be able to see that in your list of tutoring blocks here too. Once you have booked the block, you can then go into the block to book the sessions to meet your requirements and what you have agreed with the tutor. As you can see at the moment, because we haven't added all of the sessions in, the block is incomplete. So we go into here. No sessions have been booked yet. So we go ahead and add a new tutoring session. So we can pick a date from the dates picker here, and let's choose a time. So let's say 9 o'clock, and that's in the morning. Is this out of hours or in school hours? So this is in school hours. And we want the session to last for 30 minutes. So at this point, I can either save the session and return to the other screen, or I can save the session and add another one on. So let's say I can have one on 2 days later. We'll do it at the same time. It's not out of hours, and we'll have another 30 minutes. And then I'm going to save that session. So you repeat that process until you have completed all of the 15 hours. And as you can see, because I've done 2 half-an-hour sessions, I still have 14 hours of the block free to book. On the screen too, you can see some of the details of the session and the blocks, such as who's attending. This would obviously be people's names here, and the name of the key teacher. It's worth remembering that the key teacher is the person that will receive the feedback from the tutor following each session with regards to how the pupils have got on that session. But also the key teacher, when they acknowledge that feedback, it forms a timesheet that we will use to pay the tutor for the hours that they have done and to invoice the school for the hours that they have received. Here too, you can see that this is pending verification. That means that details about that session have been sent to the tutor for them to agree and ensure that there isn't anything um, in there that they hadn't already agreed with you, and they can come back to you if there's any issues with that. And of course, you can then, by clicking on this settings cog here, you can edit those details or delete the session should you need to. This is the screen in which you would also make any changes to your sessions should you need to cancel and reschedule sessions. Obviously, you would need to do that in collaboration with the tutor to ensure that they're available for the rescheduled time. But again, you would do that by clicking on the cog for the session that isn't going to take place, by cancelling the session and then rescheduling it in the way that you have just done with these sessions here. So thank you for listening. If you need any further support with this, please do contact one of the team on contact-us@sptutors.co.uk.